he claims to be natural. Now, how is that possible? Like, can someone please tell me how that's possible? Hi guys, welcome back to another video with Giorgio Valentino. Today we are going to be doing a natty or not of Mike Thurston. Now, I'm sure we all have an opinion on Mike. He is a genetic phenom. This guy's body is unreal. I am sure there is over 1 billion females who would smash this guy. Yes, you heard me right. Smash. Now let's have a look at Mike. He is someone who is under 6% body fat all year round while traveling. Now, doesn't that sound a little bit fishy? Don't get me wrong, me making this video is not a hate video. I absolutely love the bloke. His vlogs are awesome. His body is probably the best on the internet right now, like aesthetically at least, not in size obviously. And he claims to be natural. Now, how is that possible? Like, can someone please tell me how that's possible? Like, if you have a really good reason to why you think he's natural, leave it in the comments. I will be replying. Like, it's just not. I can't agree with that. Unfortunately, I just can't agree with it. Now, this guy lives in Ibiza or whatever you want to call it. He drinks, eats out. You know, like I know he tracks his macros, but you eat out once and you can't maintain 6% body fat. But have a look at his muscle, his muscle definition, his conditioning, his muscle bellies, his six pack all year round. You can just see muscle fibers with every movement that he does. Now, I just don't understand how anyone can possibly believe that he is natural. Now, the only thought that comes to my mind is that the people who say that have obviously never used any anabolic compounds before, or just really don't understand the way they work. If you are new to training and you think this is possible, I'm sorry to break it to you, but you will not get there naturally. And even if you do abuse a large amount, or high doses I should say, of performance enhancing drugs and steroids, you will probably not even get 50% of the way to his physique. His genetics are just insane. Look at these videos of him. Just have a look. Now look at this guy's biceps. They are absolutely bursting. His chest is so well rounded, which I do put down to his great chest genetics. However, that pop is almost something like you'd see on Arnold Schwarzenegger's body, except he's a much smaller frame. But it's just insane. He has veins coming out of his chest. His abs are protruding. He almost makes it look effortless and like it's normal. But this, guys, this is just next level, like absolutely next level. And unfortunately, not natural. Alright, not natural at all. Now, what do I think he's on? Well, it's hard to say. He travels all year round, so I assume he'd be cruising on maybe a test base. It could even be something like HRT, 125 milligrams a week of testosterone. But based on like how lean he is, I'd say he'd have a DHT derivative in there. So, and based on the fact that he does talk about smashing girls in Ibiza, I would like to believe that he'd be using Proviron, because that definitely increases your free test and your libido goes up a lot on that, and he'd be pumping girls every night on Ibiza. What a mad cunt. However, do I know that's what he's on? Of course not. I have no idea. He could be on much less or much more. If it's much more, God bless him, because I don't know how you can blast that all year round. But to maintain 6% body fat and his conditioning is just unreal. So I wouldn't be surprised. Even Mike, just standing here, he has veins coming out of his shoulder that I have never seen before. He has better tits and a chest than 99% of women. Now, that's insane. For a male to look as good as him is absolutely insane. He's pulling these facial expressions which look hilarious, but look at his body. You can't roast him. There's no way. If you roast him, you're just an idiot. There's no way you can. Now look at him do shoulder raises. The cuts in his shoulders are absolutely insane. He has that mad V cut there. Fuck, I wish I had cuts like that. Like, I fucking wish, honestly. I don't know, I really rate conditioning. Like a lot of guys, they rate the bulk, they rate the mass. I rate the mass, I love it. But without the conditioning, you can't really show off the muscle. You know, like that's how you really see your muscle shape, your definition, and it's more noticed to the general eye. Mike is a king of that. He belongs on a magazine cover, even though no one reads magazines anymore. He belongs on there. Put him on all the magazines at the news agency, at the petrol station that no one's gonna buy. Put him on billboards, bro. Like he deserves to be the face of every bodybuilding organization, fitness influencer, this and that. Like I have not seen a better physique than Mike Thurston's yet. If there is anyone with more aesthetic symmetry and muscle fullness than Mike's, let me know. Because like I love to see it. I would honestly be even more impressed than seeing Mike's body. And like the one comment that I can't stand is people telling me it's all angles. It's all angles, bro. It's just the angle and the lighting. Just the angle, bro. What? Why don't I look like that? Why do I not look like that? With angles and lighting. I've played with the lighting, trust me. I've gone dim light, top light, left, right. You know, if anything, it makes me look worse. This guy, you know, you can't tell me it's lighting and angles. He is on the gear. He's on the gear, brother. Alright? And he's cruising strong, and he travels and lives a mad life. Just accept it. If you don't want to believe it, you're in a fairy tale, mate. Alright? You're in a fairy tale. Doesn't make him a bad person. There's people blasting 5 times the amount of gear that he's on. If anything, he's doing something for his career, which is a little bit of an issue based on the fact he needs to do that to earn an income. But that's a whole different issue in itself. Right now, we're just saying, is Mike Thurston natural or not? And the answer is no. I couldn't have picked any worse videos in regards to who he's training with. I picked Andre Dieu in the last one and Andrew Jacked in this one, and they are absolutely monsters in comparison to him. At least they're proper bodybuilders. But even still, his conditioning is 10 times better than the both of them, and that goes to show how good his physique is. Even though he's not competing on a bodybuilding stage, like, what the fuck, dude? And yeah, like I wonder how much he weighs. Like I've never really looked into it, but he doesn't look too tall. Like a lot of people say, oh yeah, he's over 6 foot. I don't know if he is over 6 foot, but nonetheless, you can't take away from his physique just because of his height. It's just incredible and something most people aspire to become. Now, just to recap, guys, from this video, all I want is for you to let it sink in that you are not achieving a physiques like Mike Thurston's, even if you blast 5 times the amount of performance enhancing drugs that he's using. That's the truth of it. I only speak facts only. It's not gonna happen. As always, guys, drop a comment, drop a like, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.